Okay, so it seems that there's been a little bit of a situation going on in the VTuber space, and this is to do with V4Mirai. Now, if you don't know, recently they actually announced the graduation of one of their talents, Kou Mariya. But it's not your average graduation. I don't like it's one of these things where this is blowing up a little bit more because of some of the implications and stuff behind it, which is kind of left out, at least in this one. But we will go into the bottom of exactly why people are so angry at this graduation, because it is pretty terrible, right? They say, we apologize for the sudden notice of Kou Mariya's graduation. We hope that you'll continue to support all of our talents, past and present, in their creative endeavors. Yes, they said our team will share account-related details at a later date, so I'll see what they're going to do with the account. They say, hello classmates, we apologize for the sudden notice of Kou Mariya's graduation. We understand that this is a stressful situation and hope that you'll continue to support all of our talents, past and present, in their creative endeavors. As a company, we have to ensure consistency in how we handle contract matters concerning all of our talents. After multiple discussions, it became difficult to find a balance between what was possible for the company and the conditions requested. The talent also expressed that it would be difficult to continue further discussions, leading to the current outcome. We would like to thank her for the time in the company and wish her the best for her future endeavors. While we couldn't reach a solution at this time, we are still open to future conversations. Thank you for taking the time to read our statement. We hope that you'll continue to support our talents. So yeah, obviously that is the little statement that they put out. So what exactly are they talking about that? Because they do kind of mention it, to be honest. But again, this was the kind of statement that Amelia Fells, who is also obviously, Kou Mariya, essentially talking about the situation. They said, hello, or as Mario would say, Kohu, I am the creator behind the character Kou Mariya, vampire idol VTuber. I want to continue. During the height of the pandemic in 2020, I created Kou Mariya. VTubers saved me during a dark time, and I want to do the same for others. Kou Mariya was a way for me to fight my own loneliness and keep human connection alive during shelter in place. What began as a small and independent creative project grew into something more meaningful and community built on kindness, warmth, compassion, and creativity. So many shared stories and unforgettable moments have been written with Kou Mariya, including my own precious memories and greatest accomplishments. For 3 years, I independently created and grew Mariya out of love, in passion of developing her, and I found what I would call success: a loving community, a support network, and a dream to chase. Things that had been missing in my life until that point. I saw the potential in Mariya, and I wasn't the only one. In 2023, I was approached by V4Mirai. My dreams to see my creation reach new heights, to touch more hearts, continue writing her story, to watch her dreams come true. I truly wanted to see the success and growth of both Kou Mariya and V4Mirai. Say, as both many of you know, this year I experienced a major life event. Losing my brother made me realize just how short and precious life is. It taught me that I need to prioritize what truly makes me happy, creating from the heart and staying true to who I am. After a few years with V4Mirai, I realized that in order for Kou Mariya to have the freedom to pursue her dreams, I needed to return her to independence. So if you haven't got it already, essentially, whenever she first started off in 2020, she was an independent VTuber as Kou Mariya. She started off as independent, and then she signed on to V4Mirai, continuing on as Kou Mariya. Sometimes, with agencies and stuff, they give them a new kind of persona, new kind of character, etc., new whatever, to kind of pursue. But this one, they actually took her design and they were like, okay, yeah, you can do it, but under us, right? So yeah, that's pretty interesting to see. Even though I wanted to be a part of Mario's story forever, after much thought and reflection and many tears, I made the difficult decision to say goodbye to Kou Mariya. I wanted to emphasize that my choice comes from love for the community that we built together, love for the moments and events that brought us all together, love for VTubing, and especially love for Mariya. This space has been and always has been one of the greatest joys in my life. VTubers and the VTuber community has saved me over and over again. VTubers, I wanted Mariya to walk away with full dignity. My biggest regret is that Mariya will never have a chance to say goodbye, at least not a goodbye written by me, her original author. if I were to write Mariya one last thing to say, it'd be this. Kohu, thank you all for supporting me for these past 5 years. I've been grateful. Out of my 1,000 years of being alive, I got to see so many dreams come true I never thought were possible in my wildest fantasies. I'm so sorry I couldn't get a chance to say goodbye. Out of all the 100 lifetimes you have died and reborn, this has been the most important one to me. Thank you for making me so many precious memories of me. You have given my immortal life meaning, and these memories are what will keep me warm and as I continue on. I'm sorry this happened so suddenly. I'm so sorry for unable to be. I'm so sorry for being unable to say goodbye properly. I hope one day you can forgive me from the bottom of my heart. I love you very much, and will always love you until the end of time. So yeah, they say thank you for thank you for standing with Kou Mariya all this time. Your messages, your cheers, your fan art, your gifts, your letters, your time, your presence, your support means everything. And obviously they say, although this chapter has ended, my story as a creator is far from over. I didn't plan this to happen this way, but I can't give up yet. Change will be difficult. I'm scared and anxious for what the future holds. I still have my goals and dreams that I wish to pursue, and though I'm not starting again, I'm not starting alone. Please wait here for me as I navigate this brand new beginning. I will continue with never-ending love and gratitude, and as Mariya said, with love and blood. So yeah, obviously that comes from Amelia Fell, who is the creator of Kou Mariya. Now, I don't know if they're going to continue as Amelia Fell, or if they're going to obviously start up a new kind of persona or whatever, right? So that's going to be very interesting to see, but it is pretty terrible, right? Because what it seems like V4Mirai have done, and this is why people are so mad, is that obviously she started off as an independent, she signed onto them with her persona, the one that she made, she's built up for 3 years, and then obviously whenever it comes to graduation and her wanting to leave, they don't allow her to leave with her kind of persona. They don't allow her to continue as Kou Mariya as a kind of independent, right? You know, we saw, for example, with people like Iron Mouse and stuff like that, you know, with V Shoujo, they were allowed to move on and they were allowed to obviously keep using their own models and things like that. And we've seen that a couple of times, right? But it isn't too common. But I think this is even worse because obviously she was the one to create it in the first place and give it to them and build it up to them. And then obviously they've just taken it away from her and people are not happy, you know. Bao saying, please, for the love of God, everyone stay independent, which to be honest, yeah, is pretty true. Savia saying, it is sad that this company took the IP from the creator and seemingly made it impossible to give her, for her to get back. She was an indie before she joined, and she should have been given the chance to get her IP back. Obviously, people saying she originally own her IP. I think showing that you care about the talent, even former ones, would be pretty important here. This is literally amazing, a free amazing press for you. If you just give it back with no strings attached, it belongs to her. Which yeah, is 100% true. You know, you would look so much better, and you would actually boost the company's, you know, kind of image. Like keeping her kind of model and stuff doesn't really do anything because it's going to sit there in a closet forever. You know, it doesn't go to anybody new. It literally just kind of, you know, stays there with nothing to do, right? So again, obviously holding on to her doesn't really have any kind of benefits apart from maybe like selling merch or something. And obviously I think it is important to point out as well, V4Mirai is actually a subsidiary of Brave Group. Just so you guys know that. And obviously, I think the other part that people were pretty annoyed about too is the fact that Mariya never had the opportunity to say goodbye. You know, usually whenever you have a kind of graduation happen, you have the classic sad looking art on a live stream over on YouTube, right? But again, her last live stream was good announcement, which is pretty, you know, ironic considering what happened 11 days later, right? So again, it's pretty bad, and you know, a lot of people are not happy about this at all, saying return our IP, this is the correct thing to do. If you cared about your talents and the people behind the character, you would return the IP and do what is right. You can write whatever PR message you want, but none of it means that you anything without returning an IP. And yeah, as I said, you know, it doesn't actually, like, literally everybody's calling to return an IP, by the way. It doesn't actually, you know, benefit them in any way to really hold on to it, as I said, apart from like merch and things like that. But even then, I think if you were to give it back, it would actually benefit them even more than, you know, not giving it back. So again, it is a very weird kind of way to do it. People say, I'll be honest, with the honesty given from both sides, I can't make any judgment without knowing why the discussions broke down. The only thing I can really say is that I hope that they find some way to work out getting our rights back. That if the town wants to buy back the IP, it's going to be a hefty sum to pay. So yeah, but I don't think it's going to be that simple unless it's an absolute outrage. I'd expect a fundraiser or something, right? But it's on something like restrictions on usage. That, I mean, V4Mirai might be struggling financially. That they're telling talents, if you want to claim this IP, you have to pay us. Which again, yeah, sometimes in the space, talent sometimes had to buy their IP back, which is pretty normal to be fair. But usually that is the case for people who obviously started up their IP with the company, right? And the company owned it from the beginning, and then you're just buying it off them to continue. That is, I think that's pretty acceptable because obviously it was made within the company, and yeah, to pay for it, sorry, is obviously the best way to go. But I think it's a little bit different here because obviously she made the account and made the persona before even she was a part of V4Mirai. Said, oh wow, they stole a body. I said, I've seen this before. It said V4Mirai seems adamant about keeping the Kou Mariya IP, which makes me wonder about her contract if it stipulates Brave has complete ownership over IP, and when she was bargaining to keep it, Brave said no. This also makes me think about Suisse, and if Cover has full rights over it, it's right after she had joined, they most likely do. IP ownerships for indies joining corpos themselves is a really messy area to navigate since we've been spoiled by smaller agencies letting the talents keep their IPs, which yeah is kind of true, right? So I do think it is a very interesting situation that has gone on, and it seems like there's been a little bit of a fallout in terms of getting this model back. I really do hope that Kou Mariya can get it back, because again, they do deserve it. They're the one who built up the account for the majority of the time, because we've got to remember we're in 2025. She joined in 2023, meaning that 3 years was her building it up, and only about 2 years was about her being in V4Mirai, right? So again, she has actually done most of the work on this, and yeah, they've just gone and taken it, which I think is pretty crazy. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this, because again, I'm very interested in what you guys have to say. And yeah, go to GameStop, use my code Kazo, get 10% off. They got a ton of really cool stuff over there. Definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.